since I'm out here, my hammock's all up. I've been laying around it for a little bit. Super crazy warm. Thanks to this guy, I thought I would tell you a little bit more about it because it's something not a lot of people have. It's called the Rev-hole-ation. So it's a quilt that you can wear when you're not sleeping. Like a poncho. So here I am. It does have a strap that you can use to go around your waist. I currently am unable to find it. So let's borrow my pica bag. Here we go. So I can bring my pica bag around behind me. Bring the fluffy goodness in the middle. And I've got it all ready to go. So, it's a 0-degree rated quilt. Again, my burnt orange and digital camo, just kind of been my go-to color scheme anytime I get one of these guys. It's quite long, even on me. I'm 6'2". It's crazy warm. Right now it's about 42 degrees where I'm at, maybe 45-ish. But I'm also in the shade, the wind's kind of blowing. I think it feels like right about 40 degrees. Like the instant I put this on, like I'm getting quite warm within 30 seconds to a minute. It's got the head hole on it, which I'll give you a little closer look in just a minute. It's got, pretty good movement. Considering again, I'm 6'2" and it's fairly long. You can always make those adjustments. The strap that it comes with is elastic, so it would give a little bit more. My pica bag is pretty much set. I can cinch it down, but I'm not going to. You can make adjustments. Right now the back end is shorter, but I could bring up the front, pull it up, pull it down, cinch my pica bag up a little bit, bring it down, make those adjustments. But, you can still do things around the camp. You can still do some karate, whatever you need to do. But it's crazy warm. So, considering I already take it as a top quilt, because it still has the zippers, the draft collars, the cinches, and all the stuff you'd use for a regular top quilt to make a foot box and everything. Well, now it just does double duty. So as I'm sitting in my hammock, I can just throw this guy on and, be sitting there drinking my coffee. I can go sit around the fire. Typically in the winter, I'm not gonna be wearing shorts, but usually my legs are the last thing to get cold. So, it doesn't matter anyway. So here it is. Tuck that up so you can see it all the way. Like I said, it may not look that cool, but good golly, is it warm. So, there it is. So, we'll take it off, strap this guy up here, and show you a little bit closer. So, even for my big old melon, it's plenty large. If you get really cold, you just wear it like this. Looks even cooler. You can't hear very well, but whatever. So anyway, this hole coming at you. There we go. So right here, it's got the, it's not Velcro. That's trademarked and patented and copyrighted and whatever. But it's this other hook and loop stuff. And it's got two little tabs. So you know where the middle comes together. So I typically connect the middle, free it up all the way to the outside, and just work my way in. Get it all cinched up, and now you've got the regular quilt. What I love is that it does have almost like its own little draft collars there. So when you're using this as a regular quilt, there's no cold that's coming through the parts that are connected together with the hook and loop stuff. Like I said, it has the normal stuff that you'd find when you use it as a regular quilt. So it's got the snaps up here for up there by the shoulders. At the foot end, let me flip it over. Whoop. It's got the snaps as well. And then since this is meant to be a foot box, tuck in your draft collar, cinch it up nice and tight, and then you can also zip it up. Get those buckles down here. One. I hope you guys like this video because I'm getting leaves all over my quilt. Oh, should have thought this through. That's right. Totally worth it. Now I'm gonna zip it up with the teeny tiny zippers they put on here, which you initially look at and you're like, oh my gosh, my giant sausage fingers are never gonna get that to work. No, it works just fine. All right, so I zip it up. It stops right there. This is just meant to be for the foot box. This is a top quilt, so snaps right at the end of the zipper, snap it together, boom. Here's your foot box right there. And then you tuck yourself in. So let's pretend that I'm sticking my feet in that foot box. Put this on. Oh, there. Now just pretend I'm sleeping in my hammock. If you'll notice, some people have asked, can't you just go to the bathroom out of that thing? Well, yeah, I guess technically you could, because it's right there. But I mean, I wouldn't advise it because I don't want to get that on my quilt. But hey, to each his own. But again, like that, notice how easily I opened it and I closed it. That's how easy it is when you want to put it on. So if you wanted to, you just open it up from this side or the other side, doesn't matter. There it is. Pull it up and over. Boom. And now I just unzip it from the quilt form. Throw the strap on and you're good. Overall, I'm super impressed. I haven't actually even used it like this, except for one time when I was snow blowing, when I was testing it out. I mean, it works fine. The condensation sometimes around here may build up just as you're breathing because it's so close, but most of that actually for me is just caught in my beard. So, yeah, it doesn't really matter. And also, as I'm using the quilt, you know, if I'm not laying in it, it's up hanging somewhere, the sun is shining, it's gonna dry out that little bit. It's not like it's a giant, you know, mess on here. It just gets a little bit of water from you breathing through, you know, the use of it. But again, when you're winter camping, you're not gonna be exerting yourself, hopefully that much, because you don't wanna get sweaty and end up, you know, getting cold from the sweat. So, this is the Rev-hole-ation from Enlightened Equipment. Oh, and I kinda like when I leave that button hook. Kinda fits right there around my butt. That might work nice for when you're trying to sit down. That way it doesn't pop up and it just stays right there underneath you. Yeah. So there it is. The Rev-hole-ation. It is. Not very slimming. Kind of feel like an ox. But I'm as warm as an ox too, so I'll take it. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Stay warm.